Brexiteers, and the lawyers representing them, have been combing through the fine detail of the newly agreed EU trade pact in a bid to root out any issues that could be hidden within the text, but have reportedly found little to complain about. Prime Minister Boris Johnson told the UK that a historic trade deal between the EU and Britain had finally been reached. The deal now needs to pass through Parliament before this week's December 31 deadline. He and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen clinched the deal on Christmas Eve after haggling over fishing rights. Despite the feel-good factor embraced by the UK, over in Brussels the mood struck a more somber tone, with Ms. von der Leyen underlining that she felt relief that we can finally put Brexit behind us. Mr. Johnson, meanwhile, proudly exclaimed how the UK was now on course to take back control with the New Deal, which both sides had wished for since negotiations on trade began earlier this year. There have been critics of the deal, however, including some in the Conservative Party's Eurosceptic European Research Group, ERG, who vowed to get their lawyers onto the document detailing the deal. Some inside the group had been concerned about fishing rights, while others wanted to know the particulars of other sticking points during negotiations, which included the so-called level playing field. The document itself is around 1,200 pages, yet, so far the lawyers seem to have found no issues with the text, one insider said. If there had been something ghastly in the text it probably would have been spotted by now. The ERG Star Chamber is set to continue combing through the details, but unless a major issue arises, the deal will likely pass Parliament on December 30. According to The Guardian, Mr. Johnson told MPs in a WhatsApp message that he was confident his trade pact would pass the ruthless legal scrutiny of the Star Chamber. Teresa Villiers, an ex-Conservative cabinet minister, added on the BBC, "I very much hope this treaty stands up to scrutiny and I hope to be able to support it. But I was elected on a manifesto which promised to get Brexit done, so I need to read the document before I can work out whether this actually enables us to do that or whether it traps us in the regulatory orbit of the European Union." Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer also demanded his MPs back the deal, but some are set to rebel against his wishes.